Alrighty. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna talk about 3 different topics. I'm gonna hit on the first one. Hold on, I need this because I'm like about to fall asleep, and it's 6:20 or 6:10. All right. So I'm gonna talk about loyal customers. Some of you guys might have heard some of this, but it's always a good reminder. And I mean, I hear the same things a lot too, watching videos and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I've heard that before, whatever. But it's just good to hear it again. So, and then if you're new, this is really good for you to hear because, you might be like, what do I do? So for loyal customers, getting loyal customers, hopefully you've watched that video that Lynn's posted a while ago. The guy talking about what he has said to get his first 4 loyal customers. It's really a great video. It's short, which is great because I've found some and they're not short. So his is really to the point and it's good. But I want to talk about reaching out, messaging people when people like your post, things to say. So reaching out. Okay, so you notice somebody, like example, if someone posts about they're trying to lose weight, that's a great person, obviously, to be like, hey, I'm in a health and wellness company. You can even put it, you can comment on their post. I do. Other people see it, and sometimes that gets you other people interested in what you're doing. That's happened to me a couple times, and so I get a totally another random person that I'm not even friends with asking me about stretch mark cream or whatever we're talking about. Like I did this one time, this girl's like, I have the worst stretch marks ever. What are some great products? And I was like, hey, I work for a health and wellness company. We have a great stretch mark cream. Can I message you about it? I can save you 40%. And she was like, yeah, message me. And then her friend popped on and I was like, I want a message too. So it's okay to post that kind of stuff. Don't say I'm with It Works and it costs this much money, and don't do all that because then people lose curiosity. People are like, oh brother, if they have a bad taste in their mouth with It Works, that happens a lot too actually. So you want to keep a little bit of a secret because then people ask more questions. The more they know, then the more likely they're going to want to sign up. So the more they're asking questions, the more they're going to learn about that product. And they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I need this. So I don't ever really say It Works. If you ever see my posts, I hardly ever say hashtag It Works or anything like that. It's just better because people are like, what is she doing? What company is she with? Because then people that are interested, but they don't want to say anything, but they want to know what company you're with, they will message you and say, what company are you with? Because you never say, but you're saying that you're with a health and wellness company making all this money. So then I'm like, gotcha. So it's a little bit like curiosity killed the cat kind of thing. But in this case, curiosity gets the cat. So it's really great. But anyway, so reaching out to people, messaging them, if they like one of your posts, you throw a before and after up of the wraps or whatever, and they like it, even if people like it on Instagram or Facebook, I message them and say, hey, thanks so much for liking my post. That's really great for my business. Perhaps are you interested in this product, since you liked it, or were you just liking my post? And when you just play it cool, then people are like, no, I was just liking it. They will answer you, most likely. Not an incredible product, because we do have incredible products, and just say, I can get you 40% off. Would you be interested? That's it. And if they say no, you know what? It's not the end of the world. How many no's have I gotten? I don't even know, like a million, or not even answered me back. So many. But I will get those yeses. I sent out probably 50 messages yesterday, like starting up new conversations, whatever. following up, blah, blah, and I heard back from like 3 people. So now I might hear back later tonight or tomorrow. You know, sometimes people take a couple days, but okay, whatever. Like, I don't care if they say no because they ain't paying my bills. So I'm going to keep finding my next yes because it's out there somewhere, and I'm going to keep going. So get your catalog out. Write a name at each product, or 2 names or 3 names, whatever. Great. And then just go back to the basics. We talked about this last month. Your steps to success. If you guys each complete your steps to success every month, and I know some months it's hard. You have things come up, whatever. Work's crazy. Maybe you work whatever's your situation. But if you can get your steps to success, you can go diamond in like, what was it, 9 months, I think it is. If you alone just did your steps to success, no one in your team was working or anything, you just did it, you could go diamond in 9 months. So 3 distributors, 4 loyal customers. That's it. So keep it basic. Get a loyal customer every week. Just 1 a week. 1. Just find 1. That's your job. Find 1 loyal customer and 1 distributor every week. That's it. That's all you have to do for your job that week. That's crazy. I mean, yes, that can take you hours sometimes, and sometimes you can get it done within a couple hours. But so keep it simple. Is there any questions about loyal customer? I'll take a couple questions right now. You can chat it or you can unmute yourself, whatever you want to do. If not, then awesome.
I do have a question.
Okay, sure.
What do you guys suggest about people that go dark on you? I have that a lot.
Yes, that happens a lot in this business. I will actually send them a message every week.
Okay.
Like, I am consistent with that, but then after about maybe 3 or 4 weeks, I'm like, okay, they're not answering me. I'm not going to keep sending them messages for like months. So I'll give them actually a few weeks off, and then I'll come back to them and say, hey, how are you doing? And I'll just strike up conversation again, like get them talking to me again. Once they start talking, then I'll just weasel my way back into product or distributor, whatever they were interested in. And a lot of times that will get me more answers of where they're at. A lot of times I'll get, no, I'm not, or yes, I am. I just need to get paid, whatever. So that's what I do, and it tends to work.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to bug people all the time. That's bad.
I'll tell
Chelsea,
you.
tell them about how you message people with the, like, did I upset you thing.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, so go ahead, Chelsea.
Yeah, sometimes if I wait a few weeks and then I message them and they still didn't answer me, I'll wait maybe a few more weeks and message them again, and then I'm like, hey, did I upset you, or am I bugging you? Or sometimes I'm like, hey, I have a list of potentials and you're on that, and I would love to get you my discount, but if you're not interested, please let me know and I'll take you off that list. And sometimes they're like, yeah, I'm not interested, or yeah, I am, I just hold my spot. They think we have these spots, and I know that's sort of deceiving a little bit, but whatever. But yeah, I use those couple scripts. Yeah, the pouty face picture, I've done that before.
I did that, yep.
Reactions,
actually. And people laugh about that. They're like, oh, yeah. No, I'm not.
It gets people to answer you. So, yeah. Any other? Okay. Well, I'm going to move on from that, and Penny's going to come on in.
Tag team.
Oh, that's me on the screen. Oh, that's yours.
We're trading because the children oosh is short.
Sorry.
All right, y'all. So we've talked loyal customers. Now let's talk distributors, okay? And look, I know it's only 6:20 here. It's 9:20 for some of y'all. Wake up, because I'm a high I on the DISC assessment. I'm a high energy person, and I feed off of seeing other people. Thank you, Marissa. I see that smile. Thank you, Christina. I appreciate that. So y'all stick with me. I'm going to go really fast just because we value your time. So we've talked about loyals, right? And we something else we talked about as leaders this week is how we can sometimes just be fearful about talking to people about this business. And I know Linz is going to share a little bit about that here in just a few minutes. But I just want to hit on two things for you guys really quick, okay? I want to encourage you, and it may sound like a little tough love. That's because it is. So I just want to encourage you guys with a couple of things tonight. The first is posting. Oh my gosh. Listen, I'll be the first one to be like, this is a challenge for me. It is difficult sometimes when your day gets going to stay consistent with your posting. It can be very difficult. If you're a person who struggles with that, with just keeping that open sign on, we talk about that like our business, if it was a brick and mortar business, our posting is like us reminding people, hey, we're still open for business. If you struggle with that, there are all kinds of apps that you can schedule for assistance with that, like schedule posts and things. But guys, it's so important. There's several different schools of thought about that, and I won't spend a lot of time on it, but one of them is like do one business post, one product post, one personal post a day. Like that's a minimum, guys. If you can just shoot for that, make that your goal. There are several amazing posters on this team. Lindsay is one of the best. Chelsea, one of the best. There's great. Marissa is awesome, so creative with the things that she does. There's so many people that you guys can follow to find out ways to be creative with your post. But we follow a lot of you guys. First of all, we like to like your stuff so that it kind of helps to generate a little more traffic and things, and we want to be an encouragement. So the flip side of that coin is we also see when you guys aren't posting very much. And listen, we aren't mom and dad. You are your own business owner. This is your money, your investment, and your return. We're here in your corner rooting for you, cheering you on, like hoping and praying that you'll grab this opportunity by the horns and make the most of it. But we want to see you guys consistent in your posting because people are watching. And the sad reality is, people want to see you fail. And I'm sorry if that's a news flash for you and I'm like the bearer of bad news for you tonight. But the truth is, for some strange reason, people are watching. A lot of people are watching you with a skeptical eye going, oh, I wonder how much longer this will last. I wonder how much longer they'll post about these stupid raps until I can get them out of my news feed again. And it's sad, but it's true. So people want to see that you're consistent with this. So many of us on this call could tell you guys testimony after testimony of people who, after we've been in this business for a year, would finally message us and they'd be like, okay, so I've seen you posting about these fat fighters for over a year now, and I'm interested, tell me more. So people are waiting to see what's your endurance like? You know, how long are you going to stick with this? So guys, keep posting. For the sake of your business, for the sake of your income, and you achieving the dreams that you have for your family, please keep posting, okay? Don't forget to change it up. If you copy a leader's post or something, don't forget, use a different picture, change up some of the words, make it sound like you, okay? Be real, be authentic, because people can smell fake a mile away. So don't be scared, just do it. Just get out there and post, okay? So the second thing would be talking about distributors. I don't know about you guys, but for me, and I know several others I've talked to, it can be a really scary topic, sharing this business opportunity with people. Why is it that for most of us, it's so much easier to talk about the products than it is to talk about the business, okay? So my encouragement for you tonight comes in two short stories. You ready? The first one, I had never thought of this person to be in our business. It was a guy that I work with. And anyway, I saw him every day, crossed paths with him every day, but I wasn't aware. I wasn't out there looking like who might be the next person that I can share this opportunity with and they can benefit from this income. I wasn't aware. I wasn't looking through that lens. And that person came to me and signed up. In that instance, they didn't build their business very far. But the moral there is that they approached me and I missed that opportunity because I wasn't looking for it. So I want to encourage you guys, be looking at the people that you're interacting with daily. Lindsay shared a story, my goodness, over a year ago about a cashier that she went through their line, and homegirl can turn anything into a pitch about this business, and I love it. I so admire that about Lindsay. But the girl was really efficient, and she was doing her job, and Lindsay's like, wow, you are a powerhouse worker. Like, have you ever considered making money from your phone? And boom, strikes up a conversation, all because she complimented them. But Lindsay's out there looking through that lens of like, who's the next person? So I want to encourage you guys, be intentional, be looking for that next person. Okay, and then the second story is just a missed opportunity that came full circle. I had somebody in my mind that I thought would be an incredible distributor. And I probably thought about this person and had them on my list for over 2 months. I was crazy nervous. I just couldn't do it. I get up and sing in front of hundreds of people every weekend, but I could not message this person about making more money for their family. And so one day that person messaged me about a business opportunity with a separate business. And I remember coming home and being like, Chelsea, you'll never guess. This person that I've been talking to you about that I was too chicken to message, they obviously they were looking for an opportunity to get more income for their family. And anyway, that came full circle. That person is on this call tonight, that I was able to say, actually, I'm engaged in an MLM right now, and this is what we're doing, and this is how successful we've been. And then they actually joined our team. They were not competing businesses. So anyway, that instance kind of turned around, thank God. But I'm so excited to have them on here. All of that said to say, guys, you never know who's looking for this opportunity. You never know what people need this business. And I just want to encourage you, if your business isn't doing what you wanted it to or what you'd hoped it had, don't dare give up. You never know when you are that close to that breakthrough, that thing you've been praying for, that you've been hoping for, that thing you've been desperate for. Honestly, guys, it's not always easy, but I promise you 100% of the time, it's worth it. So go out there, be intentional about posting. Be intentional about looking for who that next person is that you can share this opportunity with. And make sure that you just say, screw fear. Like, I'm not a chicken anymore about this. I enjoy these products. I've seen way too many people making way too much money not to share this. So be creative. Reach out to your upline if you're like, listen, I'm terrified and I don't even know how to begin typing a message to someone. Reach out to one of us and we can help you with that. But don't sit back and not approach people about this business. There's money to be made and there are lives to be changed. And we have in our hands the tools that can be used to see that happen. So Lynn's talked to us a little more about DTs. I hope that's not too much, guys, but I just want to encourage you, like, don't be chicken. Get out there and find those teammates, sponsor them, and let's get it going.
All right. That was awesome, Kenny. I'm pumped. Anybody else out there feeling excitement after that? That was good. Forget leading worship. Maybe you're supposed to be a priest.
Don't get crazy.
Okay, so I got some statistics for you guys. Are you ready for this? This is going to be good. 80% of Americans are in debt. Okay, 80% of Americans. The magic number for the average credit card balance and credit card debt per family in America, $16,748. That's the average amount of credit card debt that a family would have. The average auto loan, $28,948 that they're paying over 6-7 years now, spread out, interest rates climbing, payments $500 a month. Average student loans that somebody owes, and I think this is low actually, is $49,905, average student loans. The average interest that people pay a year are $1,300 on just interest alone. And 26% of Americans admit to not paying their bills on time because they don't have the money when they come due. 26%. So now that I've said the statistics, I want to read you this scripture. It says in John chapter 4, verse 35, I tell you, open your eyes and look at the fields. They are ripe for harvest. They are ripe for harvest. Okay, when I'm saying these statistics, do you know what that means? Is that people are sitting in their households every single day trying to figure out how to make more money, trying to figure out how to get all of this stuff handled without giving their life to a second job. Or they're trying to figure out how to get raises. They're trying to figure out how to lower their interest rates. They're doing everything that they can, pinching pennies, clipping coupons, trying to figure out how to make this work. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yes, right? So that might be you. That might be why you're here on this phone call right now, is that you have debt. You have stuff that you've got to take care of. Guys, the fields are ripe and ready for harvest, okay? So there's a principle in this business, and it's actually in Galatians 6:9. So it says this, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all people. So I'm taking distributorship from a whole different angle tonight. First of all, I want you to understand something. There's a quote in Chase the Lion. This book is so good. Oh my gosh, I am freaking out how good this book is. Should you get it, Chelsea? Oh my gosh, you need to grab this book. Everybody on this call right now, Mark Batterson, Chase the Lion. He said this, sometimes the seeds of our dreams don't germinate for months or years or sometimes even decades. But if we plant and water, God will give the increase in due time. Why? Because you cannot break the law of sowing and reaping. It will make or break you. So let me say this. You cannot break the law of sowing and reaping. It will make or break your business. All right? That's what I'm talking about. When people ask me, how do you sign so many distributors every single month, you know? I'm sure Chelsea gets asked this question a lot, and people who are good enrollers. The answer to that question is always that I am always sowing new seeds, and I'm always watering old seeds, and I'm always harvesting ripe ones, okay? And so it's just a principle, all right? It's the principle of sowing. You're constantly finding new people to share this business with. I'm sending out messages. I'm following people on social media. I'm liking and commenting on their stuff. I'm reaching out to them, telling them I think they would be awesome at what I do. Have they ever considered making some money from home? Angela Cadell is on the phone tonight because I reached out to her because she's adorable on social media, loves her family. I knew she was a stay-at-home mom, and so we just started to connect. But that was like 3 or 4 months ago. Her and I have had multiple conversations since then. Same with Alondra. Alondra Reynolds is on this call. I loved following her. So I was like, you are so cute. Can we please talk about how good you would be at my business? And at first she had no interest. She was like, I'm an office manager. I'm super busy, crazy, whatever. No. The third person that I signed, but I just kept watering that seed. And that's why Alondra is here in this business today. And the third person that I signed up this month already, her name is Valerie, and she's somebody I met on a plane last July. So that's a long time ago, you guys. And so some of these seeds all of those seeds have been watered for months, not just a day or a week. And so, Anthony, when you ask that question, the truth is that I do not give up unless they tell me to give up. So that's the answer. Is like, if somebody wanted a product, I will say, hey, did I put you off in some way? Because I can tell that, you know, you're not responding to my messages. Like, did I upset you? Did I annoy you? And usually that'll get some sort of a response. And maybe they'll say, yeah, I really am not interested in your product, you know, and I'll be like, cool, I'm not going to keep bothering you, you know. But the point is that the fields are ripe. Sometimes people like Alondra who work crazy hours, have lots of things going on in their life, they're not looking for something like this. But as soon as I messaged her, she started watching my posts then. And I think she got hungry for it because she wants to be home with her babies just as much as I wanted to be home with mine. And she's grinding out there hard, working hour after hour after hour. And so I am so excited that she finally saw the vision that, you know what, if I put a little bit of extra time into this, maybe I can be free completely from the grind. And so There are people out there praying. There are people buried up to their eyeballs in debt. So I have a couple of tips for you guys tonight that is going to help you change your perspective on distributorships, because I really feel right now that so many of you guys are just like Ashley. You're afraid. You don't know what to say. You don't know how to approach the situation. And I'll tell you why you don't. Because you're thinking about yourself. You're only thinking about you. You're thinking about your nerves. You're thinking about whether or not you're going to screw it up. You're thinking about whether or not you're going to sound professional, if you're going to have the right answers for their questions. And you know what I think about is them. So when I'm at Target and there's this awesome person who's killing it behind the register and she's sweet as can be, or he's awesome at sales. Okay, great example, our milkman. We do have milkmen in Colorado. Isn't that hilarious? We had a door-to-door salesman come up and he was offering to, they deliver milk here from a local farm. And so he was going door to door. And I started talking to him. I'm like, you know what? You are so good at what you do. I was like, do you make a ton of money? And he's like, and I was like, you know what? You would rock my business. I own a business with It Works, and we're independent distributors. You get to set your own hours. You get to set your own pay, whatever. And I can tell you're a hustler. And he was like, absolutely. And so I gave him samples because he was at my door of greens and shake and greens on the go because they have kids. I gave him a Blitz card. He had his phone number on the sheet because we signed up for the milk with him, and texted him the opportunity video, and him and his wife are watching the opportunity video. I talked to him about him. I didn't have to have all the perfect answers or the perfect verbiage. I was like, dude, you're so good at what you do. You would totally kill it in my business. And he's like, what's your business? So don't overthink it. Don't get worried about if they say no. So what? People say no to me as much as they say yes or more. But just get out there and start to be excited about what you hold in your hands. I want to remind you what you have in your hands. This month through May 31st, you have a $10,000 bonus that will change somebody's life out there who's hungry for change. But let me be real with you guys who are on this call tonight who want that diamond bonus. That bonus does not come for free. I know I'm getting a little crazy right now, but think about this. People who are saying, I'm getting that bonus, and have not signed up a distributor, have not shared this business with more than 5 people, have not shared this business with more than 30 people, have no clue what it takes to earn one of those bonuses. So let me give you paint a picture for you. That is 24 distributors. You at least are going to have to go to Ruby on your own. You're at least going to have to sign up 5 people on your own to even have a chance to get that diamond bonus. But realistically, you guys, I would say your goal is to sign up 10 distributors this month. That's a lot of distributors when you think you can't sign one. So stop thinking you can't and start thinking about the people in your life, the extreme numbers of people who are out there drowning in debt, frustrated with their situation, wishing they could be at home with their kids, guys working sales jobs like door-to-door milk salesmen who aren't even making $15 an hour to feed their family. Think about them instead of you. And I'll tell you what will happen. You will start enrolling. Your team will start to grow. You're going to help them, train them, and get them solid on their feet. And with the minute that you stop thinking about yourself and you start thinking about them, you will grow a team. You have to have the eyes to see it. You have to walk through the stores and almost feel the hunger coming from that mom pushing her 3 babies around the store, pinching every penny with a calculator out, going, oh my gosh, can I even afford all these groceries? You got to feel that hunger to help her change her life. And the minute that passion rises up inside of you and it starts to take over your bones, you will change their lives and your lives. And lives around you will begin to change. And that is why I sign people up, because I think about them. I speak to their needs. And so I know Chelsea does the same thing. The final thing I just want to challenge you is ask. Just ask. Like that guy, I said, hey, that is like is this something you'd ever consider doing? That's a question that I asked him then. I said, you rock at my business. What's your business? It Works Global. It's a health and wellness company. We specialize in everything from skincare to wrap or to essential oils to vitamins to weight loss products, and we have a world famous wrap. I'm like, would you be interested in doing something like that? And he's like, well, what exactly do you do? And I'm like, I help people get healthy and build businesses, and it's amazing, and the company's phenomenal. And he said, yeah, absolutely, I'd be interested in it. So you have to do the ask. You can't just be like, hey, you'd be really good at this, and then they're like, thanks, and they don't know what they're going to be good at. You have to ask. So get their phone number if you're out and about, or add them on Facebook, whatever feels most comfortable for you, and say, hey, I'm going to send you a video later on. Send them Kenny and Chelsea's video, send them my video, whatever video you're using, and share this opportunity. So that's the biggest thing. The final thing is consistency. Consistency, like Kenny said, is where it's at. I have people call me because I never stop posting about how much this has changed my life. I never stop talking about the friendships. I never stop talking about how our income is skyrocketed, from the start of this thing. And people are noticing. They watch, whether or not they do. And so I want to open this up real quick. If you have a question, because I know so many of you guys are struggling with distributors. You know how we know? Because we see the reports. And like this last week, we did a contest, who could sponsor the most people. We had an amazing promotion going on. And we had 4 people enroll, 1 person each, which is awesome. Congratulations, you girls. And we're going to do a drawing. But I know that there's other people out there that want it. And I know that there are people being held back. There's only 4 of you out of 220 people that enrolled somebody last week, when we had an awesome promotion on my team. Chelsea, did you have somebody else? Because I didn't have it. Nobody else commented. So that's not a lot of number. I mean, I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be mean. It's true. Like, we should have been able to sell that more last week and offer that more and give people a chance to get more products. So what questions do you guys have? We can't take forever, but I do want to open it up if you have a specific question that you want to ask about helping, with signing up distributors. You can unmute yourself or you can type it in. Does anybody have one? So y'all are pros?
Hey, okay, say we send the video out, okay? How long do you give them? And she says, I'm like, hey, how soon could you watch it? Okay, I'll be able to watch it tomorrow when I'm on my break. Okay, I'll call you at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, sounds good. You call them at 3, they don't answer. You wait until about 6 o'clock that night, they don't answer. You text them and say, hey, did you have time? Oh, no, I forgot, I didn't have time. How long do you let that go on before you finally say, I'm spinning wheels here? Like,
yeah, that's a really good question, because that is my scenario all the time too, by the way. Like, this doesn't just happen to you. People think that we're different. We're not. We just have more numbers. We are sheer quantity. Okay. I'm sending this video out to 30 plus people a month, I bet,
yeah,
easily. So anyway, what I do is I'll say, hey, you know what? This is a 20-minute video and you said you needed money. Sometimes I will get that blunt. I'll be like, I would love to know, like, when the reality of the timeline is, so that you're going to watch this, because I don't want to keep bothering you. But at the same time, I know that this kind of thing changes lives every day. And if you have a need, then don't put it off, watch it while you're, seriously, if we're being real, watch it while you're getting ready in the morning. It doesn't require you to keep your eyes on it the whole time, or watch it when you're driving in your car. You don't even need to watch it, really. You can listen. Or do you have 20 minutes when you're sitting on the toilet flipping through Facebook? Yes. Your legs might fall asleep, but you probably sit there for 20 minutes sometimes. So just watch the video instead, So I even will throw out some funny little comments, and they'll be like, yeah, you're right. I can watch this. So try like a different approach with them, and just say, hey, like, I'm not sending this to you because it's like, it's not for me, it's for you. And so if you're not really interested, that's fine. Just tell me. And then they'll be like, no, I am. So you can try different like approaches about it.
okay.
Anybody else? That was a good question. Does anybody else have any questions?
Stop calling people. How do you randomly bring it up to someone? I still feel awkward and don't want to.
Wait, I'm having trouble hearing you, Angela. Can you say that again? Angela, did you have a question?
It was in the chat, I think.
Oh, okay.
Stephanie.
Like, how do you bring it up to somebody like your friend? Is that what you're saying? I always start with a compliment. I mean, it has always started with a compliment. Oh my gosh, like, honestly, I think you are the sweetest human being on the planet, or you are so hardworking, or you already kill it on Facebook, you're hilarious, and if it's a friend, you can be like, girl, listen, I know your needs. I know how hard you work. I know you have 3 babies at home that need their mama. Like, can you just watch this video? So if it's a friend of yours, just play into them. Like I said, it's all about them. So you are looking for people who want to change their life. I don't want to convince my best friend to do this if she's not going to do it. That's dumb. That's a dumb thing. It doesn't even help you. So I feel like you just need to find an avenue in. So think about their needs. Are they working 2 jobs? Are they wanting to be home with their babies? Are they making $10 an hour somewhere and it's not even worth their time and effort and putting their kids in daycare? So that's entirely sucked up by their paycheck. So I think that's great. So Christina, do you talk to people and hand them? Okay. So Blitz cards, I definitely hand them. I would never put something in somebody's mailbox. Now there's an idea that you could do, like hanging something on like a door handle in your neighborhood and say, hey, like maybe put a sample of greens in there. Hey, I'm your neighborhood health and wellness lady. Please, check out my website and, contact me for, maybe a coupon for a free product or something, I don't know, put something in there that would make them get in touch with you. But I don't like cold canvassing because it usually doesn't produce a lot and you spend money that you don't need to spend. So usually what I heard Cami Dempsey train on, and Chelsea can chime in too, is that every time you open up your purse, like you're paying for dinner, you're paying for your stuff at Target, you hand out a Blitz card at the same time. So if it's at dinner, when your waitress comes back, you go, girl, listen, you are so cute and you are so great at your job and you just hustled around this place like a boss. You're working for commission right now. Everything you do is for an extra buck, at our table. And I just wanted you to know that you did a great job. And I would love to have you as a part of the business that I'm in. You would totally rock it. Or you could say, I'd love to have you as a business partner. You'd be awesome at what I do. So you can do that. Same with the girl behind the counter. Hey, I have this coupon for you because I think you are amazing. Have you ever heard of It Works? And they're like, no. And be like, hey, I'm going to give this to you, but I wonder, are you on Facebook? Because I would love to connect with you. I think you'd be really great at what I do. That's a great way of asking. And they'll be like, yeah, I'm on Facebook, and I'll get on my phone. What's your name? My name's Lindsay, Fisher Schumann. I'm gonna tag you right now. I'm gonna friend you right now. And I want to share with you something later. Can I message you? Yeah, go ahead. People are super friendly. I don't think it's very hard to do that. So every time you open up your wallet, every time that you're getting your credit card out to pay for something, get a coupon out and talk to that person behind the counter or the person behind you in line, whatever you want to do. Hope that helps. Did you have any other tips, Chelsea, about blitzing?
No, I don't do blitzing very often. Yeah.
And you don't even need a coupon. That's the other part, is like, don't think you have to have coupons on you, because I do get people's information all the time without coupons. So.
I mean, I get more action with the shirt on. That sounded spicy. But,
that sounded mildly inappropriate.
With the shirt on. No, but when I'm wearing a shirt, well, I've gotten more response that way, and people asking, and then I connect with them. I always make sure I get their info somehow, like a phone number or Facebook, like Lindsay said, or else they're gone. They ain't gonna follow up. Come on. How many people ask you about, will you buy my product? And you're like, yeah, I'll look at it, and then you don't. So they're the same way. So get their info. You can follow up. Very important. Same with like vendor events. Do a drawing or something where you get name and number and email or something. Like make sure you're getting contact information, or else you just wasted your Saturday afternoon.
Yes. Well, and also people say a lot like, oh, I should get business cards printed. Think about how many business cards you've been handed in your lifetime, and where do they go? Bottom of the purse, countertop, trash.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a progression. Bottom of the purse to the countertop to the trash. Wallet to the countertop to the trash. So think about it. Most of the time you're not saving business cards. You know what they don't throw away? Magnets. They don't throw away magnets. If you really want to get something somebody's fridge or in their hands permanently, a magnet is a great tool, but that's expensive. So it just depends on what you want to invest in. Vistaprint is a great printing company. But remember, our Blitz cards are that awkward size that you can't put in your purse, or it is awkward to carry around. So they do look at it more than a business card that can kind of get lost in the mix. So that's why they made them big, you guys, is actually to help us. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, that gets attention, actually. And I heard someone say this, like when you're checking out at a store, and there's a counter, put your purse, like get a Blitz card, laminate it, and put it on your purse, and put your purse on top of the counter, and they will notice it because it's big, and they'll be like, what's that? So, yeah, I used to do that. I need to do that again because that used to get a lot of people, too.
I guess I just want to say this, like, be careful that you don't spend a lot of effort and energy trying to recreate the wheel. Like, if you're trying to come up with new ways to talk to people and you already blitz everyone you come into contact with, like you already talk to every time you go through a line at the store, or you already talk to every bank teller, or you stop doing the drive-through ATM just to go in to talk to a teller in person to use that as an opportunity, then I get it if you're like trying to come up with magnets or pens or whatever. But if you're that desperate to make this business work for you, and you're not talking to, like Lindsay said, you're not pulling out a Blitz card every time you pay for something, then I would tell you start there. Like, don't spend more money on more ways to talk about this. Like, use the Blitz cards you have and go out there and use those. Like, keeping it 100, Chelsea and I cannot not work this business. We can't. We are in ministry, and at the end of every month, without it works, our bills don't get paid. So we can't afford to not make this work. And I know so many of us are in the same boat. Like, we have to do this to change our financial reality for our family. So we can be creative, sure, and do that if you've done everything you can do. But if you've got a stack of those Blitz cards that are chilling in your laundry room or your office or in the bottom of your junk drawer, then get those Blitz cards and get out there and get them to people and get people's contact information. Because this company has given us these steps and these tools to keep it simple, to keep it duplicatable, and to just make it easy for us to do. So if you're not doing that, don't try going off the reservation to find new ways to do it. Just do what all these Black Diamonds and presidentials and ambassadors have already done. Do it that way.
So, Joel and Stephanie Dunn are notorious for wearing a Blitz card on a lanyard and just walking around with it everywhere they go. And it was interesting to me because I went into Crazy 8's, like, kid store, that kid store, and the girls behind the counter had a neon green lanyard on with, like, the sale of the day. And on the flip side of it, it was, like, what they like. So it's like, hi, my name is Selena. I love kitty cats and cupcakes. It was so weird. And I'm like, okay, well then, whatever. But the point is that they were wearing their lanyard as a part of their job. Hello. And so it got me thinking about this, because I got to be honest with you, that freaks me out to wear a lanyard with this all over town. Like I'm some big dork.
I've done it in Walmart.
Is it weird?
Yeah.
And they straight up ask you, they're like, what works?
Everybody. I'm like, oh my gosh.
You're running away. I don't know what works. I gotta go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's the point.
Like,
it's scary. crazy, right? But here's the thing. Farron Ryan also did this for years, you guys, and built a presidential diamond with this thing on their neck, okay? And Farrah told me a couple weeks ago she stopped wearing this. She stopped doing it because she was like, well, and she's like, what the heck? Why did I stop wearing that? That thing worked. They would go to the mall wearing this, and on the backside, they would just write, ask me. And people would go, ask you what? What is that? Tell me about it.